Today we are here to cover the short topic on the various variety of products available in the 3M range and giving the details of the construction of each of these products and how to use them in a safe manner so that you don't have any incidences at the site. So the whole variety has been listed down here. I'll go by product and explain what it means and what is the difference between each product. So let's start with the first product here. This is the 100 by 3 by 16 mm or 4-inch size cutting wheel. Now if you look at this wheel, this is got a straight portion. The thickness here is 3 mm thickness. The outside diameter is 100 millimeters and the inside diameter is 16 millimeters. Now this is a pure cutting wheel which is used for partitioning of the workpieces. Now if I were to do a partitioning, I would mount it on the machine like this. This is the recess portion and this is the slot. So this sits on the slot like this, and then this sits, and then I use the parallel face of the nut and not the recessed face of the nut. And then I tighten it. Yeah, I tighten it this way and then I use it for partitioning. So the machine will be held straight like this and the partitioning will be done with the side of the wheel. It will not be done from the face of the wheel like this. It will be done with the side. Now since it's a straight type, this is structurally very good to do the partitioning. So that's what we call as a cutting wheel. Let's go back to the second product here. If you look at the label is almost identical. Only difference is here it will be most of the time mentioned rigid cutting and grinding disc, whereas here it is written as cut off wheel. Now if you look at these two discs together, the thickness is the same, 3 mm thickness. The outside diameter is the same, 100 mm or 4-inch. But if you look at the center, you have this depressed center, whereas this one is a straight one. Now this depressed center facilitates in holding the disc in a slightly different manner on the grinding machine. We go back to the machine, we look at the slotted nut. This slotted nut fits here, the slot. But unlike the earlier one, this will sit like this, and instead of using the parallel face, I use the slotted face to tighten it up. So there we go, by tightening it. The earlier wheel was tightened exactly in the opposite fashion. Instead of tightening it with this, I tightened it with this. So the parallel face sits on the ring, whereas this one, the recess sits here. So this is a difference between mounting the straight type cutting wheel and the cutting wheel with a depressed center. This is called as a combo disc, that is cutting and grinding disc, and it is called as type 42 wheel, whereas the earlier one, the first one, was called type 41, which was the straight type. Now when I do grinding like this with an angle of 15 degree, maximum 35 degrees. At the same time, this helps me in doing partitioning job also, like the cutting wheel. The only difference is because of the depressed center, there is a slight overhang. Now this is where it's important to understand that when you have areas where, say for example, this component, where it is a difficult to reach area like this, and I want to do partitioning, I would rather use the straight cutting wheel instead of a combo cutting and grinding wheel. Reason being, because it's a difficult to reach area, this overhang is not advisable structurally, whereas the straight one is very much advisable structurally. So this is a big difference between the straight type cutting wheel and the depressed center cutting and grinding wheel, the so-called 4-inch cutting wheel which everybody refers to in this market. So this is about the cutting and grinding disc, and this is about cutting disc. They look the same with a slight difference of the dip center portion, but at practical use you saw how it is fitted on the machine and how it is used, the difference where to use a cutting wheel and where to use a cutting and grinding wheel. This is an excellent wheel for back chipping operations in difficult to reach areas. And now I take you on to the third product, which is the 4-inch size grinding wheel. Now if you look at the cutting and grinding wheel and the grinding wheel, this looks again identical, only the difference is the 6mm thickness here, whereas the 3mm thickness here. Now this is a classic grinding wheel. It is designed to be used to be ground in this fashion. Now you also observe how it's tightened on the machine. We have the slotted nut sitting like this, the grinding wheel sits on this, and again the recessed portion it's tightened like this. Exactly identical to the cutting and grinding disc. The difference is the thickness, 6mm thickness. And then you do grinding this way at a 15-degree angle or maximum 30-degree angle. Now this is the one which is for weld leveling, for plate beveling and other miscellaneous grinding applications. But most of the time we don't advise you to use it with the side. This is for grinding in this fashion. I would like you to introduce the fourth one. If you look at this disc, number one, it has got a distinct color, green color. It's got a distinct pattern on the face. Now this disc, for a layman, looks like a cutting disc. In fact, it's not a pure cutting disc. This is again having a depressed center portion. The size is the same, 100 mm by 3 mm thickness, and the ID is 16 mm. So if you look at the earlier discussed combo wheel, the cutting and grinding wheel and this wheel, this looks identical except the color, and that's where the difference stops. I would like to tell you more about this product, that this is using a very special ceramic mineral which is not available with anybody else but only 3M. The competition doesn't have this mineral. The earlier disc used aluminum oxide as the abrasive mineral, whereas this one uses a ceramic mineral called Cubitron. This is only available with 3M. That's the first thing. Secondly, this is not a combo disc nor a cutting disc. This is actually a grinding wheel. This grinding wheel has to be used only on the face at a 15-degree angle. Now how I will mount it on the machine, I will show you. I'll take this recessed nut. This will sit on the machine like this. Then I will use this backup pad, which is a plastic one, which sits on the disc like this. Now this backup pad has got three functions. The first one is that it acts like a shock absorber. The second one is this is a safety device. I'll explain you more about the safety device. But just remember for the time being that it acts like a shock absorber, it acts like a safety device. And the third one is for a grinding wheel which is 6 mm. This is a 3 mm grinding disc. So this serves as a compensation for the thickness. So from 6 mm thickness of a grinding wheel to the 3 mm thickness of a special grinding wheel, this serves as a compensation for the 3 mm. This sits on the machine like this with the recessed portion down, tightened up like this. And then I use this for grinding like this at a 15-degree or a maximum 30-degree angle. This is no way advisable to be used like this for partitioning from the side, like what you do with the combo disc, that is a cutting and grinding disc or a cutting wheel. Absolutely not allowed to do side grinding with this. This is supposed to be doing face grinding. Now in practical situations where you have sometimes operations where you need to do a slight grinding from the side, you can still do it. This disc will not break down. But it is not advisable to do continuous side grinding. It's always advisable for you to do grinding from the face. So this is looking like a cutting disc, but it's in reality a grinding disc. This we call it as a flexible grinding disc for 3M. The best part of this product is this has got the ceramic mineral which can be effectively be used on carbon steels, aluminium, stainless steel. So this is a universal abrasive mineral. You can use it on all three substrates: carbon steel, stainless steel and aluminium very effectively. Whereas the first 3 months they were using aluminium oxide as minerals and they could be used only on carbon steels. Now I take on my story further. Look at this product. This again is the same 4-inch or 100 mm outside diameter with the inside diameter 16 millimeters. If you look at the cutting wheel which we discussed in the beginning of the video and this one, this looks identical. The difference is the thickness. The combo disc, the cutting and grinding disc was 3 millimeter in thickness, whereas this is 1.6 millimeter in thickness. This is a pure cutting wheel using a ceramic mineral, and this is no way allowed to do any grinding operation with this, meaning to be used on the face with an angle of 15 degree or a maximum 30 degrees. You are supposed to do partitioning with this. The difference is this, since uses ceramic minerals, it can be used effectively to cut carbon steel, to cut stainless steel and to cut aluminium. The next product in our range is a flap disc. This is comparable to a Type 27 grinding wheel. The difference here is, because of the construction here, this is a hybrid product where it uses coated abrasive flaps with a supporting body. This is excellent to be used on grinding applications. At the same time, this gives you a cushioning effect, so gives you very low vibrations. It also is a bit flexible, so you can do corner grinding with this very effectively. This product has got advantages to the extent of lowest vibrations, extremely comfortable to use, and at the same time, this has got varieties. You start off with flaps which are 40 degrees for heavy duty grinding. You have grit 60 flaps, and then you have grit 80 flaps, and then you have grit 120 flaps for finishing operations. So you start with grit 40 for grinding, then you go the next step of grit 60, then you go the next step of grit 80, and then you go to the next step of grit 120 for finishing operations. This also is commonly called as a flapper disc in the market. There is a misnomer that this is only for buffing. No, this is not for buffing, this is for pure grinding if you use a 40 grit. So this is a much more efficient way of grinding compared to this one. But the product which we discussed earlier, this is the best one for grinding, provided you don't use it for cutting. And then I'd like to discuss this product. Now this is a product which, if you show it to any common operator, he will look, oh, this is a paper, this is for only polishing. No, this is a grinding wheel, but it has to be used with a backup pad. This is a backup pad which acts like a support for this kind of a product, because this doesn't have a body like this. It doesn't have a body like a grinding wheel. It has to be used along with the backup pad. Now when you look at the grinder, how to mount this, it's very simple. Remove both the nuts. Nut number 1 and nut number 2. Instead, the backup pad sits like this, then the disc sits like this, and then you tighten it off. This has a limitation. It cannot be used for side grinding. It has to be used from the face. This way. Either at a 15-degree angle or maximum 30-degree angle. The beauty of this product is, this product gives a cut rate which is at least 7 to 8 times faster compared to a conventional grinding wheel, and lasts minimum 2 to 3 times in terms of how much material you can grind with this. So, in summarizing this is also a grinding wheel. This comes in various grit sizes. It starts with grit 36, which is for grinding. Then you have a grit 60. Then you have a grit 80. Then you have a grit 120. So when you want to do finishing, you start with grit 36, but you end up by using it in a sequence till 120 grit. Something similar to the flap wheel. But it has to be used with a bucket pad because this doesn't have a body, so it requires the support for the mineral to break down and do the grinding effectively. Last but not the least, this product. Look at the label. White aluminum oxide. This is actually a blend of the normal black aluminum oxide and a friable mineral which is white aluminum oxide. This is typically what the market calls stainless steel grade. Now this is also a cutting and a grinding disc with 100 mm OD, 3 mm thickness and 16 mm ID with a depressed center portion. So this is also cutting and grinding disc but of stainless steel grade. So this explains the whole variety of the products which we have in our range. So starting once again with a type 1 or a type 41 aluminum oxide cutting disc. Type 42 cutting and grinding disc with a depressed center portion. Thickness is the same like a cutting disc, 3 mm. Then we have the grinding disc 100 by 6, thickness 6 mm by 16 mm inside diameter with a depressed center portion. This is type 27 grinding wheel, aluminum oxide grinding disc for carbon steels. Then we went on to this product, which is 100 by 3 by 16 with a depressed center portion, flexible grinding disc using Cubitron as an abrasive mineral, the ceramic mineral used for both, not actually both, but all the 3 types of substrates, carbon steel, stainless steel and aluminium effectively. We went on to flap disc, then we went on to the cutting disc with ceramic mineral 1.6 millimeters, and then we talked about the fiber disc with a special mineral, ceramic mineral Cubitron 2 for heavy duty grinding with 6 to 7 times the cut rate and around 2 to 3 times the durability compared to a conventional aluminum oxide, and the last one was the stainless steel grade cutting and grinding disc.